That didn't go over good.
Anyway, I didn't get it tore up. Good morning, come on in, Mr.
I got you ready here. There's your clicker over there. We're going to go through the PowerPoint presentation, and then for that you'll be standing, and then we'll ask you to step out for a couple minutes, and then we'll call you back in for the interview. And then I have a chair for you to sit if you choose during the interview, or you can stand.
Okay.
So the floor is yours.
All right, appreciate it. First of all, I want to thank everyone for being here. I know it's BC Bench, your day off. Appreciate you being here. I know you're not feeling well. Appreciate you taking your time out of your day to be here and see this. And Chief, I appreciate you giving us the opportunity to do this. It makes it interesting, makes it fun. I think it's the right direction that most want to get together. So, my goal for this presentation today, Catherine, if you are doing that.
Okay.
Don't you can see it?
Yeah.
Mike can open that door and get a little light if you need
Yeah.
it.
This morning we were able to see. That might work right there.
Doing more with less.
Always. Let's see. Always something.
36 years.
All right, that's a lot.
Yeah,
I can see that. I appreciate that.
Awesome. We're all glad if you need to see your paper. Oh, you did? Oh, you see it? Okay. All right.
All right, so my goal for this presentation is to hopefully give y'all a little insight on what drives me, what makes me do what I do, how I came to where I am now, and just kind of give you a little family history and something like that. So hopefully it'll be fun. I won't get too nervous, and so we're going to go ahead and get started into it. Most of y'all know who I am. If you don't, here's my name. A lot of people don't know that my first name is Joel. Everybody calls me Austin, but as you can see on the end, I'm the second. So a lot of people, when I tell them, they say, "Oh, your name's Joel." Well, that's because my father's name, he takes Joel, and I, of course, since I'm the second, I take Austin. So I was born roughly 37 years ago to Joel A. Strawn the first and my mother, Lisa Robinson. This is a picture of us together. That's my mother up top, obviously. That little handsome guy right there is me, Joel Austin Strawn the second, and that's my father. And some people say that we look alike. I think maybe a little bit, but. And that's my sister, the sister right under me. There's two sisters. I'm the oldest, her and around this time, I think I was around 4 or 5 in this picture. My dad was a firefighter around that time. He's actually a smoke diver. I don't know if very many people know that, but before I was born in 1980, he went through the smoke diver program and became a smoke diver. He was a volunteer around this time when this picture was taken. And I do remember riding in the Stone County parades on fire trucks and doing that thing. So early on in my life, I was exposed to the fire service. And in their bedroom, in his closet, he had his bunker gear, and he was also a scuba diver. And I remember more than once getting in trouble for taking the scuba gear, the knife, the mask outside into the dirt and sand and playing around with it. So early on in my life is when I got exposed to that sort of thing, and I was interested in what he was doing, and I would play around with his tools and things. So that's where it got started. This picture is a nice picture of our family. Unfortunately, it's not really true. Sad to say, roughly about 2 years after this picture was taken, they split up. We went with, my mother got custody of us, and he went his own way, and my grandparents ended up raising us. This is, went too far. This is a picture of my grandparents. And like I said, I was raised by them. So they're more like parents to me than anything. I was close to my mother. I wasn't real close to my father. But this is my mother's parents and my grandfather. This is Richard Robinson, it's his name, and my grandmother, Norma Robinson. And my grandfather, he was more like a type A personality, a real people person. I think you've met him once, maybe, I'm not sure. But he comes around here and he acts like he knows every firefighter here. Hey, yeah, I'm Strawn's my grandson. But that's the type of person he is. And my energy, I would say I have medium energy. He's very high energy. But I think the energy side of my personality comes from him. He was the one that taught me business, how to shake a person's hand, how to talk to people, look them in the eye, and talk to people. And he was the one that taught me plumbing. We'll get into that. But my grandmother, she was more, obviously, the mother side, real loving. In the 8th grade, I was in public school until the 8th grade, which I was taken out in homeschool. She was the one that took charge of that. And some people, I've talked to several people that were homeschooled, and they said, oh, we kind of had to run the house, we had to do whatever we wanted to do. And with her, it wasn't that way. She was kind of like the Gestapo. Sit down, you're going to read, you're going to do this. And she was also the one that read the Bible to me, made me read the Bible, and that sort of thing. So I was very lucky to have parents split up, but still have some very loving parents to raise me. So I don't feel like I may come from a split home because I was raised by two loving grandparents. My grandfather, like I said, he was a plumber. I'm still a plumber. I'm also a firefighter, obviously. But I've been doing plumbing for roughly 20-something years, and I'm really good at it. But the reason why is because this man here is the one that taught me. I probably started going on the plumbing jobs when I was about 8 or 9 years old, but by the time I was 14, I was actually setting toilets, putting sinks together, running pipes. And by the time I was 18, I was actually running jobs by myself. And I remember very specifically, we were home one night, and I asked my grandfather, I was about 18 or 19, and I said, look, I need more responsibility. He listened to me, and he gave me jobs and let me run by myself. But from a very early age, I've always had that go-getter. I want to do it myself. I want to know how to do this. Let me learn myself. I've always considered myself an adventurer. I remember being at a young age, like when I would get into my father's stuff, go outside and I pretend like I was a fireman, or I would go venture into the woods with this scuba knife. That was my protection. And I would venture out into the woods and do things. But I've got a lot of hobbies, but one of the ones that I think is my favorite, that I like the most, is scuba diving. And this is a picture of me in Vortex Springs, Florida. This picture was taken about 80 feet down. I think that's the mouth of the cave, about 80 feet. And this is a picture of the sign that they put in front of the cave to keep people that are not certified to go in there, because, as you can see, it says people die in those caves. So I was pretty proud to say, hey, this is what I do. I took a picture of the sign. That's just a little something to give you an idea. You can see I look pretty comfortable down there. This scuba diving, I've got several certifications. I'm actually an advanced diver. I think the only one in this department that is over me is Firefighter Germany, but I'm right under him. I've got nitrox, stress and rescue, search and recovery, and those are things that I'm working towards, because my eventual goal is to be a master diver and then instructor diver. And I want to be able to share my knowledge, and firefighters that are here, I want to be able to teach them in-house and certify them if they wanted to do so. So in 2011, I joined that's when I started. I would say it's a life-changing event, because I went from being a plumber, it's not really emergency or anything like that, to it's a totally different lifestyle. So in 2011, I joined the volunteer fire department. 2012 is when I actually got certified as a firefighter, as a volunteer firefighter. And this picture was taken in 2013. I was the assistant chief at my volunteer fire department. I know for career guys it doesn't really mean too much, but for me it was a big deal, and I was very proud. This picture was taken shortly before I started working here in 2014. Since I started working here, I've made several accomplishments. One of them that I always wanted to do was become an EMT, and I think I did that, and I was very proud of that. And then shortly after that, EMT was 2017, and then February of 2018, I became a lieutenant here, and that's one thing that I'm very proud of. Just some accomplishments that I feel that were life-changing for me. So since I started working here, that I've done a couple of things for Moss Point. Some of you know the obvious things, the check sheets. I know the chief and the BCs know about the check sheets. I don't feel like those were grandiose things, but they were little small things to make the department better. This picture right here is something, Chief, I don't even know if you know that I was out there doing this, but engine 7 had a little bit of rust, a little bit of corrosion. I went and bought all the cleaning supplies, the aluminum bright, and the stuff to polish up the running board there, and wherever we had corrosion or rust, I would try to clean that up and polish it. Something like this, I take pride in driving the truck. Little things like this, I took on my own initiative to make the truck look better, so that the citizens of Moss Point would say, hey, look at that, that truck looks nice and clean, you know? And it just made me feel good to drive. That's kind of not a very good example, but our old engine 8, it's a big difference in it. You can see, look at the rust right there. We don't really drive engine 8 too much, but I'm at station 2, and that's where engine 8 is, and I would step outside, and it was the first thing that I saw, and I was like, man, I gotta do something about that. So you can see that I cleaned that up a little bit. It's nothing big, but it's just, it shows you kind of like my character, that I take things on my own initiative and do stuff like that. Here's a standpipe that was out back at station 2. The valve on it was malfunctioning, wasn't working very well, leaking, and I decided to take it on my own initiative to change that. Of course, I got chief's approval, and then I did the same thing here at station 1. Just little small improvements. These valves, we use them almost every day, and something that makes our life a little bit easier, I decided that I would take charge of that and get that done. As far as my plans for Moss Point, I don't plan on going anywhere. I like it here. As far as things keep going the way they're going, I don't feel like it's too bad. I want to try to make Moss Point better for myself, but I don't plan on going anywhere. So I've mentioned this sometimes before to Chief. He knows this is one of my plans, is the scuba diving thing. I plan on, hopefully eventually, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, but I still have plans for a rescue dive team here in Moss Point. So that's one of my plans. And any little small thing like these little things that I can do to make Moss Point better, that's my goal. So in conclusion, I would say one of the things that are on all y'all's mind is, why should I get this inspector class? Why me? Well, this is what I'll give you all the time. I think I've given enough, I've proven a little bit about myself that I don't quit. I always continue to do more and reach out. And this is one thing that I will always, I think for the rest of my life, I always try to give. And I don't plan on going anywhere, so the money spent on this class for me will stay in Moss Point. I think that's a benefit. And I'll try my best. That's all I got.
Appreciate it.
Very good. Thank you.